Welcome to another edition of S.O.W. Houston. Let's make sure we get the link out. Get the link out so all of our friends and family, onlookers, the people who just peekaboo on the channel but don't participate in the chat, the people who just want to spy out the liberties, and the people who diligently watch class to get something and to learn and to grow in their spirit. Shalom to all of y'all. Any announcements? Of course, y'all know we got the Passover coming up. If you have not got your garment money in, repeat, get your garment money in ASAP. If there's anything else, we don't have any other feast days coming up because we just have Purim. So that's all done. Next thing is the Passover. Get ready. Get ready. All the schools are gonna be coming together. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna eat, take some pictures, and enjoy each other's company. Right? At this venue that we got planned.
Backpack.
Yeah, remember, we need help with the venue. We gotta get the venue, we gotta decorate the venue, we gotta get dishes, plates, cups. To be able to eat, we gotta get food to eat.
Beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes.
Beans, greens, potatoes, lamb, right?
Right.
You gotta be able to get all the fixings, right? All that wonderful lamb roasted with fire that everybody gotta eat, horseradish, bitter herb, wine that we're supposed to drink.
Love it.
So, definitely make sure that you're trying to help out with that, with the $250 per family. Yeah, if everybody helps out, we should be good to go. I mean, either way, we're gonna be good to go. But we definitely gonna need help with that. Was that it?
Yeah, everything else is in the description box.
Yeah, brothers, don't forget to get your garment money in. I know y'all have been, so get your money in for your garments. The sisters are working diligently, but they gotta continue to work diligently, and they can't unless there's supplies ordered. So it's on y'all, right? It's on y'all, especially for the traveling cities. Rochester and VA, they gotta travel here, so they need the time. So y'all gotta get that money in. Brothers and sisters out there, if you're watching, right? Get your money in. That way them sisters got a good head start. What's today's date? The 10th? 11th?
11?
Yeah.
So what we got? About a month and a half? Something like that? Wait,
May, April, a month.
Yeah, a month and a
I'm
half.
like a month and a half, yeah. Good.
dang, bro, a month and a half. That's wild. That's quick. It was just New Year's. It was just New Year's, and time is going fast. So yeah, please.
Got a month and a half to get shredded. You look good in your Passover garment. Brothers and sisters.
Hilarious. That's hilarious.
You don't like the way you fit in clothes and you look at old pictures and you don't like it. Got a month and a half to fix it.
Month and a half to fix it. Hey, do me a favor. Stretch that out some more. I don't want to see the bottom of the podium. All right, let's get into this class. It's shrinking a little bit. I don't like close-ups either. Brother did a close-up.
It looks big. Yeah, you look
Model
big.
shoot, like it was a model shoot.
Come on, man.
Big.
Showing away, giving away all the blood.
Trying to show the guns, baby. What you talking about?
Chest sectionals.
Yeah.
Let's get into the class. Y'all see the title of the class. The title of the class for everyone in class that's not online is the noise of chains. Why anguish binds us to the message, or excuse me, why anguish blinds us to the message of freedom. And you know, we've been diving into this Exodus for the Sabbath reading, so you know, I've been in my little meditation mode, just the time that we in, right? We coming up on Passover, which the brothers and sisters in Exodus, they were embarking on their Passover, right? And, you know, before the Most High started to do all the wonderful plagues, and before he started to destroy Egypt piece by piece, fabric by fabric, he was sending Moses on the behalf of the people to Pharaoh.
Aaron.
Right, Moses and Aaron, right, to the people. Moses and Aaron to the Pharaoh. But there were just some things going on with the people that they didn't receive the message. And you know, I looked at it, and I've been looking at it, and I'm just like, man, you know, the one thing, the Most High, he didn't hit him hard for that. He actually just went along with what he needed to go along with. So let's just talk about it and deal with it. And again, the class title, The Noise of Chains. So what does chains represent?
Chains represents
Chains,
bondage, locked up.
bondage, slavery. So the noise of our bondage, why anguish? What brings on anguish? What brings on anguish? I want to see if y'all understand the title. What is anguish, or what brings on anguish? What would you say brings on anguish?
Anguish is like torment.
Right, like torment, what else? But what brings it on? The noise, it says why anguish blinds us to the message of freedom. So what would anguish, what brings on anguish?
Fear.
Fear, what else? It's a good one. Well, just according to the definition, or just according to the title, the noise of chains, why anguish blinds us to the message of freedom. The noise of our captivity, right? The noise of the captivity that we've been sitting in, the noise of the captivity that the brothers and sisters in Exodus had to deal with, it blinded them. Watch, go to Exodus real quick. And let's just, this is gonna be the scripture that kind of brought this class on. Well, not kinda, it is. Go to Exodus 6. I want you to start read verse 1. We're just gonna read it down to verse 9. We're gonna read verse 1 so we can get the context, and then 9 is the focal point. It's the focal scripture that brought on this class, right? Where my head was at, and I'm like, oh, that's a good point. It's a real good point to bring out and talk about, because we deal with this every day as people in bondage to captivity, people in bondage to work for other nations, building their societies, building their kingdom. This is us. This title is us. Read Exodus 6 and 1.
Exodus chapter 6, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
Then the Lord said unto Moses,
Right,
now shalt thou see what I will do to Pharaoh.
right,
For with a strong hand shall he let them go, and with a strong hand shall he drive them out of his land.
right. Meaning that the Most High would have to use a strong hand to get Pharaoh to move. He would have to perform signs and wonders to get Pharaoh to yield. Go ahead.
Verse 2. And God spake unto Moses, and said unto him, I am the Lord,
Right.
and I appeared unto Abraham, unto Isaac, and unto Jacob, by the name of God Almighty, but by my name, Jehovah. Yahweh,
Mm-hmm.
was I not known to them?
Right.
And I have also established my covenant with them to give them the land of Canaan, the land of their pilgrimage,
Mm-hmm.
wherein they were strangers.
Right. So you see here the Most High, he's just giving Moses a recap. Right? He's giving Moses a recap. And he's reminding Moses of the things that went down when it came to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and the things that they were promised. Go ahead.
Verse 5. And I have also heard the groaning of the children.
Wait, I did what?
Also heard the groaning of the children
Go ahead.
of Israel,
Go ahead.
whom the Egyptians keep in bondage, and I have remembered my covenant.
Right. So remember, we're at least at this point about 40 years, 50 years into captivity. And the Most High said he heard. He said he heard us in chapter 1. He heard us. Right? Now remember, Moses leaves for 40 years, and now he's back. So we got at least 40 years of captivity. But the Most High heard us in the beginning. Go ahead.
Verse 6. Wherefore say unto the children of
And
Israel.
that's an important point, because just think about those 40 to 50 years of just being in captivity. The Most High knows he heard you. The Most High knows that he heard the people, but what do the people not know?
That they've been heard.
That they've been heard. Why? Because it's been 50 years, 40 years, 30 years. And it's going on 20 years. You know, our people is impatient, man. It's been going on 2 weeks. Most High ain't with me no more. Yeah, we don't like the long suffering part of what the Most High wants us to adopt. We don't have that, because we feel like we shouldn't have to go through anything. So we get faint. Oh man, the Most High ain't really rocking with me, because I've been going through this situation for 48 hours. It's been a whole day. The sun already went down. Like, what do I do? Well,
Lord, give me a sign.
yeah, Lord, give me a sign, right? But that's our people. We want signs. We want wonders. We want mysticism to happen for us to believe. Well, the Most High is already letting Moses know, I heard them. And we read in Exodus, the 1st chapter, I believe, where he said he heard us. Go ahead, or 2nd chapter, one of them. But he heard us early on in our captivity. He hears us now. But look how long it's been. How long have we been in this country?
Long time.
Long time.
Way longer than we was captive in Egypt. Right? Way longer than we were captive in Egypt. We've been in this country as captives. It ain't like we ever was in this country moving around free. Right? That little false freedom we had in the 40s, the 50s, the 60s. That little false freedom that you had because you had a good job. Look how quickly they took that from you, and you fell right back into captivity, because they never took you out of captivity. Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves. False. Right? False. They still hanging niggas in Mississippi.
Yep.
They still hanging people in these different places, lynching them, sending nooses as quote unquote hazing pranks and different things like that. Right? So it's not over because Abraham Lincoln signed a document, or because you could go buy a car. And because it's not over doesn't mean the Most High hasn't heard you. Just because you're going through your problem and it's prolonged doesn't mean the Most High hasn't heard you. It just means you need to just apply a little bit more patience, a little bit more long suffering, because those may be the things you need to work on. It may not be a faith issue. It may be a long suffering issue. You're impatient. Read on.
Verse 6. Wherefore say unto the children of Israel, I am the Lord, and I will bring you out from under the burden of the Egyptians.
Go ahead.
And I will rid you out of their bondage, and I will redeem you with a stretched out arm, and with great judgment. And I will take you to me for a people, and I will be to you a God.
You see that? I will. I will. I will. Right? This is the Most High putting a stamp on the things that he's going to do. This wasn't a maybe. This wasn't a. There wasn't even any contingencies of, if you do, I will.
Yeah.
It was, I'm gonna do this for y'all. I got y'all. He's promising here. Go ahead.
And ye shall know that I am the Lord your God.
Just like I'm gonna take you, you're gonna know who I am. You're gonna know who took you. Read.
Which bringeth you out from under the burden of the Egyptians.
Uh-huh.
And I will bring you unto the land concerning that which I did swear to give it to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob.
Right, and why we had to know that it was the Most High was because the over 2,000 pantheon deep Egyptian gods, right? Since they had a 2,000 headed god, remember Egypt had over 2,000 gods that they served at any one time. So he had to make the distinction that this wasn't Happy, the goddess of the frogs. This wasn't Ra, the sun. This wasn't this god of the Nile or this god of the cows that's saving me. It's me, the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's what we were going to know. And if you believed in them Egyptian gods, if you believed in Egypt, if you believed in America, it wasn't America that was going to save you. Just like now. Just like now in this day and age, you think Trump trying to save you? You think Trump is for the people? Trump lied. No new wars. This nigga done bombed 8 different countries.
Damn.
And he's beefing with Ecuador right now. Ecuador or El Salvador, one of them. Yeah. But this man has bombed 8 different countries. He ain't playing games, but guess what? No new wars, right? That's what he ran on. Taxes and this and these different policies. Your gas prices is nasty right now. I just went on E and got nervous. Because I'm like, wait, it's only been a few days since I had to fill up, but I know their price is going to be different. I'm used to like 60, 70. It's probably going to be different. Might not be able to get premium this time.
Slide half plus and half premium.
Yeah, I might just slide down to the regular unleaded.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
My check-in's like, come on.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. I'm just have to take the hit. That gas light came on, I was like, oh my gosh, it's about to hurt. But what's Trump saying? Only idiots worry about the price of oil. Then we all idiots then, because that's breaking our pockets. But it shows that you voted for Trump, make America great again, MAGA, and it ain't saving you.
Nope.
The Republican Party is trash. The Democrats is trash. The undecided, they're trash. It's all trash because Egypt is trash. This modern day Egypt that we're in, this modern day bondage. And the more you put the faith in it and thinking that it's going to save you, the less you believe that the Most High, the less he will save you. So he had to make the distinction to the people in their sight and in their hearing. And even in their senses, and all their senses, to let them know that he was the power. Go ahead.
And I will give it you for a heritage.
Right.
I am the Lord. And Moses spake so unto the children of Israel. But they hearkened not unto Moses.
They did what?
They hearkened not unto Moses.
Come on.
For anguish of spirit.
For what?
Anguish of spirit.
And that's what I want to talk about. So they couldn't hear Moses because of the anguish of their spirit. Right? And it's understandable because we all come into this situation, we all come into these settings of anguish of spirit, sorrow, feeling beat down, feeling trodden down. You've been on the job for this amount of X years and you still barely making it. You've been on the job this amount of years and you know, man, one slip up and that could be your last day. You've been on the job X amount of years working, killing yourself. And you know, man, once I retire, what am I going to see? I might go get another job. The anguish of trying to move around in this society and be accepted. Right? The anguish of trying to raise a family and not have them succumb to the ways of Egypt. That's an anguish, right? To know you got 5 sons and only one of them can be righteous in this society. If that, you got a 1 in 5 chance, because the other ones might go a different way, and I mean that literally, right? Your daughters, you got 3, 4 daughters, and you're like, man, the possibility of my daughters being righteous, upstanding, God-fearing women is real low, because this society, Egypt, don't promote that. They promote the boss babe.
Yeah.
They promote the HBIC, right? They promote I don't need a man. They promote women on women violence.
You know,
Women on women love. Salakia, good.
oh, yeah, that's madness. You know, what you got me thinking about is this. So, like, further back, it was a more physical bondage and heaviness. And then as time is progressing, it's a mental. It's not only a mental and physical, but it's an influential bondage, because you're what was the word? Aggravation or
Anguish.
anguish. It's a mental anguish that's weighed down on our people, because they have to try to navigate in the society. And then just think about the anguish of navigating in the society. Everything that Qatazap was saying. Well, young people growing up in this type of society, they want to be accepted. Everybody want to be accepted by somebody. No one wants to be an island to themselves. So they want to feel some type of secludity. They want to be included in things. And if they have someone that let's say they were in elementary with this person, and they were cool in class, and they end up going to middle school with the same person. And then this person ends up being gay, but that's your child's friend. That's your child's childhood friend. And then, but they're like, well, this is my best friend. I want to hang out with him. I want to chill with him. But he's gay. And he hangs out with other gays. And then, being that that's your friend and you're hanging around these gays, you may not be gay per se, but you move around with these feminine tendencies now. Or you're extra emotional. Or you're curious. Just think about these different avenues, just being in this society that our children can go down. Where there's more of it now today versus when I was young, when other brothers was young. You know, the older generations didn't have to deal with as much mental anguish in the sense of inclusion and conforming to this world. It was more bondage, and I'm hungry and I'm being oppressed by master. But now they're oppressing us in a different way. Social media, through TV, through video games. I've even seen something today that was talking about video games that children in the 80s and 90s played versus what children in the 2000s played. And back then, it taught us how to, you only got 3 lives in a video game, and if you die, you had to start all over. But it taught us resilience on how to get back up and keep going. But now they just get stuck in this endless cycle of continuing to play the game.
Now they got storage. They got the cloud.
Yeah.
Contra, you had 3 lives.
And then if you die, back to level 1.
Sonic the Hedgehog, Mario, bruh. You had to learn how to turn that TV off and leave the game on. Hope that joint freeze up. But we was beating games with no storage, right? And just I do want to say this, just the point of the anguish. You know, truthfully, in all actuality, when you really just look at it, one Egyptian anguish, ancient Egypt, Exodus anguish. Watch, when we go through the class, we're gonna see that they're not different than this time. It's the same, right? And we're not going to touch on the parallels of the two, because that's not what this class is designed to do. This class is more designed to show us the circumstances that we put ourselves in once we are anguished, right? I probably am going to do a part 2 to this, to show us being removed from the anguish, from the sorrow. I don't know yet. We'll see how this class goes.
Oh,
But it's already brewing in my mind, right? But I want to get through this part just to show what we do when we are faced with this anguish and what we should do. So I want you to drop that. And, you know, what we got to look at a lot of the times, and y'all can agree with me, y'all can disagree with me. But a lot of the times we got to look at these points in our life where, when a sponge gets oversaturated, what happens? What is a sponge designed to do? To soak up water, right? When does a sponge stop soaking up water? At what?
Like,
When it's full, or when it's overly saturated, right? So just like a sponge, we have these saturation points where work, school, kids, garments, class, Hebrew Academy, your boss, your mama, your rib, your husband, your auntie and them, your grandmama and them, right? The tea lady and them. All these different elements come together and they bring us to a saturation point where we can no longer absorb what it is they're bringing to us. And a lot of the times what that does is, that's where the sorrow, that's where the anguish begins. You get to a point where you can no longer, you can no longer take things in, right? You can no longer take information, right? What you got to look at with the brothers and sisters in Exodus, they were at that point. They were at the point of saturation, like that sponge that couldn't hold no more water, or that cup that was flowing over the brim. Why? Because so much was being put on them, so much was being poured on them, they couldn't contain. And so what happens is, it puts us in a circumstance where we no longer can sift through what's good for us, what's bad for us, what's the right way to go, what's the wrong way to go. And sometimes we look at faithfulness as like a moral issue. Like, oh, you're immoral because you're not faithful enough.
Yeah.
It's not always a faith, it's not always a morality thing. Sometimes it's just, damn, I got too much going on.
Yeah, I see that.
I'm so beat down with what I got going on in my circumstance. Because if we're saying that it's just a morality issue, then we'd have to question all the brothers and sisters in the scriptures that lacked a little faith at different times. Watch. Go to Psalms. So you can put the first point, the saturation of our circumstances, or the oversaturation of our circumstances. Because that's what tends to happen with some of us, where everyone's not the same. Everyone don't just lack faith because your morality is off. Everyone's not just wavery because morally you're unjust. No, sometimes you got too much going on in your mind. Sometimes it's hard to see the next thing because what you're going through is literally deafening you. Those chains is making so much noise, it's hard to hear a good message. That bondage is so damn loud. It's hard to hear that, oh, I'm about to be saved. It's hard to hear, I will bring you out of Egypt with a strong hand. It's hard to hear, I will be your God and you'll know me. It's hard to hear, I will, from anyone. Because all you hear is what? Chain gang. Chains rattling. All you hear is what? Time clock. All you hear is what? Bumper to bumper traffic. All you hear is what? The grind. The hamster wheel turning. That's all you know. All you hear is the alarm clock going off at whatever time in the morning. That's all you hear. Right? And that's a reality that some of us, first of all, you got to accept that that's a reality, because that is a reality for some of us. And even us as leaders, we got to accept that that's a reality, because then it can give us a better outlook and a better understanding of how to go at these different situations when people lack faith. Is it morality or is it circumstance? Right? Now, I'm not saying that our circumstances should mold us. I'm not saying that. But we gotta be fair. We gotta be fair. Psalms 143 and verse 3. Somebody read that.
Book of Psalms, chapter 143 and verse 3.
Come on.
For the enemy have persecuted my soul. He hath smitten my life down to the ground. He hath made me to dwell in darkness.
He had what?
He hath made me to dwell in darkness.
Yeah, this is who wrote Psalms 143? I don't want to just throw it on somebody. This is probably David. Right. This is David letting you know how he feels about something. How he feels about it, how he feels inside of his persecution. How the enemy, right? Because his enemies are the enemies of the Most High. He told us who his enemies are. Right? He told us who his enemies are. We know he had enemies of his brethren, but we know the enemies of the nations also. But he's letting us know his enemies, how their persecution felt. Right? Go ahead.
As those that have been long dead.
Right?
Therefore is my spirit overwhelmed within me.
Go ahead. Therefore my what?
My spirit overwhelmed within me.
He said my spirit is overwhelmed. So, was this a moral issue? Was his morality on the chopping block because he's feeling overwhelmed? Or was it that, hey, this is how I'm feeling because I'm a man? And because as men, we do get to this point. As women, we do get to this point. It's a reality of captivity. Right? It's the reality of bondage. It's the reality of the chain gang. It's the reality of the, hustle and bustle. Feeding the machine, feeding the beast. It's a reality. Especially to those that don't want to be a part of it. The ones that are down for MAGA, riding with good old US of A, right? God bless America and no one else.
Yeah.
Those that are like that, guess what? They're not looking at it like that. We losing charge or what we doing? We good? Right? Those that are down for the beast and down for this modern day Egypt, they're not feeling no anguish. They're not feeling no oppression. They actually feel good to be a part of the beast. This is for those that literally hate what we have to go through as a people in this society. And we all feel this at some point, man. You're going through things in life. You're trying to just live life as a decent human being and just move to the next day.
Yeah.
Just trying to pay my bills, make sure my family is good, make sure I got food on the table, make sure ain't nobody hungry.
You're trying to live out here.
You're trying to live. You ain't trying to do nothing extravagant. You ain't trying to live, but you trying to just get by.
Mm-hmm.
And many of us have felt like this, even in just trying to get by. What verse are you at?
At the end of verse 4.
Finish it.
My heart within me is desolate.
My heart within me. Sometimes we feel like that because of the certain interpersonal situations that we're dealing with, and also some of the socio-economic situations that we're in. Right? Trying to just serve the Most High and just live life. It'd be difficult sometimes. Right? Because nobody's making it easy. Go from there. Go to Psalms 124 and verse 3. I'm going to read 3 to 5. 124 and verse 3.
Okay. Book of Psalms chapter 124 and verse 3.
Go ahead.
Then they had swallowed us up quick.
They have what?
They had swallowed us up quick.
Go ahead.
when their wrath was kindled against us.
Now, I'm not gonna do the T.D. Jakes swallowed. I'm not doing that. We're not talking about that. This swallowing up is just talking about the people are being consumed, man. They're using up our resources. They treat us, blacks, Hispanics, and natives as a commodity. When they was trading us on the stock market, right? You're like, wait, the stock market? Yeah. Yeah. That's how that began, just so you know. Right? When you were the Black Friday prize, discount on a Negro, right? When you had to go through picking picking cotton in fields and coming with a quota, and your kids and your wife and plowing fields and cleaning up master's house. Transitioning all the way to now, you got to pull up to some 9 to 5 that they don't even appreciate what you do. You a frontline worker when there's a pandemic, but you ain't nobody when ain't no pandemic going on. They'll put you on the front lines and get sick, but they won't pay you frontline money, right? They won't give you the compensation when you ask for them that time off to take care of a family member. Now you ain't got no PTO. You gonna have to do the FMLA. Oh, you out of FMLA. We ain't approving that. Now you got to go without pay. They'll swallow you up, man. They'll churn and burn you.
Yeah, that's what the front line's for.
To be churned and burned.
Yeah, turn and burn, grind it up, do all the grunt work.
The pawns.
The pawns. Exactly. That's what the frontliners are. They use that term during the pandemic to make people sound a little bit more glorified. Like, oh yeah, these are frontliners. They're front line of defense.
Yeah, they try to give them some dignity.
Yeah.
Nah, you the niggas that we need to go out and do the grunt work to keep society going, and we don't care if you get sick.
Yeah, we gonna stay back and be safe though.
Yeah, we gonna be good, and then we'll just get robots to replace you later.
Damn. Andrew.
I mean, ain't that what they doing? Because it's about swallowing us up. It's about swallowing the people. It's about devouring. Go ahead.
Verse 4. Then the waters had overwhelmed us. The stream.
The waters stand for the people right here. It's talking about people. It's not talking about actual water, right? But think about the terminology. I'm drowning. I'm trying to tread water. You ever hear that? People say that, man, what you got going on? How you been living, man? I'm just trying to tread water. Right? You're just trying to tread water. You're just trying to make your way. Here it's talking about the people as the waters are overwhelming other people. Go ahead.
The stream had gone over our soul.
It did what?
The stream had gone over our soul.
Think about it. They try to go over your soul every day, this society. Just by dragging these people into this damn war, they're trying to go over our souls. Because who got to go and fight? Who has to go fight these wars? It's our brothers and sisters that got to go fight these wars. It's our people that are more incentivized to go into the military. Why? Because we can't afford college. So guess what? Hey, you come fight for us. We'll pay for that college education. We'll give you that tuition reimbursement. We'll give you all these different grants. Our people are more incentivized to sign up for the military. So when it pop off, who gonna be out there? Our people. It's gonna be our people. So they use different tactics to swallow you up. They use different tactics to drown you out. Also, well, how we get rid of a bunch of niggas? Sign them up for the military and go to war. That's how you do it.
A bunch of empty promises.
Give them, yeah. Well, we'll promise them everything, but we know once we get to fighting, we can't fulfill it. You're not giving that grant to your mama.
And that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
When I said empty promises, that's really what I was thinking. Because if you go out and die, what does your family get? A little money to help bury you?
No, they get a flag folded up and a 21 gun salute.
Right.
That's it.
And all the promises are gone. All the benefits, they ain't there. Man, like
They probably only get like a 10 gun salute now because they almost out of ammo.
Cause,
Yeah,
dang.
they give you a 9-bullet salute.
And you know, I was just thinking, you know, what if they change the incentives, right, to make it sweeter? Oh yeah, you know what? Your family's gonna be able to be moved to this protected location, and or your family's gonna be able to live in this bunker if you go out and fight the war for us. But then you out in war and your family ain't in no protected bunker.
How would you know?
You wouldn't know because you're out in the midst of the fight.
Well, that's the point. They use different tactics to swallow us up, from the redlining, from food stamps, from government housing. All that was meant to swallow up and to drown our people. They drown the men out the house. They drowning the women out the house. They got women hating to be moms now.
Yeah.
Mostly black women, they hate being mothers. They're incentivized to go be a boss babe and be a business. You'd rather run a business than raise children. So they're using these tactics to drown us out. Lies, right? It tells you in Revelations about the sea of lies that will come out of the dragon's mouth, right? So they use religion, right? They mishandle the Bible. They give you Islam. They give you this. They give you that. Spirituality. And you can just, you know, you can now just go to church on TikTok. Get all your little belief systems on the go.
Yeah, in 30
It's
seconds.
30 seconds, and then guess what? I'm spiritual. But that's a way to drown the people, drown out the word. Go ahead.
Verse 5. Then the poured waters had gone over my soul.
Nah. Read that. What does that say? What does it say?
Then the proud waters
Right.
had gone over our soul.
Yeah, then the what?
Then the proud waters had
That's
gone.
how you know it's not talking about actual water. The proud waters is talking about these proud nations, man. These proud ass people that know that you gotta go to work and they make it hard for you. Yeah, you know what? While you doing the grunt job, I'm gonna be sitting up in the office making sure my kids go to college. And you can barely pay rent. I was looking at one dude, he was talking about the housing in New York. 2-bedroom, $3,000.
Hell no.
What?
Yeah, what you mean what? It's NYC, baby, welcome,
Right.
welcome.
Right.
Man.
You
Welcome.
can make it in the Big Apple. You can make it anywhere.
There's a housing crisis in New York, not because they ain't got housing. It's because they charging an arm and a leg for some bummy apartments. My mom, yo, she paid crazy rent. My mom's almost 80 years old. Right? No, my mom's almost, not 80. My mom's almost 70. And she paid more rent than I do. And she got way less.
Mm-hmm.
She got a 2-bedroom. She up there. She in the 3 grands. Yeah, they always got to pull up to the court and try to get the house, you know, she's not on government housing, but she always got to go to court to try to get some help. There was a time when she always had to do that because the rent was just backing up and she'd have to go to court, housing court or rent court, whatever. Fight with Amalek, because that's who owns the building. Some little yarmulke, a little small hat. He owned the building, don't fix nothing, but charging $3,000 for 1 bedroom, for 2 bedrooms. Right? Elevator never worked, garbage disposal always backed up, but $3,000. Why? Because pride. We ain't gotta fix nothing, but we just gonna make sure we take from you. We gonna make sure we take. Rent is supposed to be like 30% of your budget. At $3,000, you gotta make $11,000 a month. At $3,000, you gotta make $10,000 a month for that to be 30% of your budget. So if you're making $6,000, that means rent is half your budget. That's insanity. They ain't making no $11,000 a month out in New York.
Yeah, that's why you need multiple jobs.
The MTA cats, teachers, they ain't making no $11,000 a month. Okay, so you could imagine the struggle of the people just in that circumstance. But the point is, the proud, they constantly make a way for the people, for the righteous to try to struggle, to have to struggle. They constantly put burdens in front of you, right? Go from there. Go to Psalms 31. And so, just giving y'all an outlook on how our circumstances can saturate us in sorrow. We're saturated. A lot of our people are homeless, on drugs, right? Having to commit crimes, having to live a certain way just to get by. That's a saturation of sorrow, man. And it's hard to move out of that. Go ahead. And it's hard to, you know, I understand it, man. When you come to certain people and you talking to them about the Bible and they live in a certain life, again, this is for brothers that teach. You got to understand people's mentality when you come in with a book. But they got to live a certain way just to survive. They're not going to have that high level of faith that you want them to have to just change right away. Why? Because they feel they got to survive a certain way. And this book ain't going to do it for them right away. So you can't get upset. You can't get mad. You can't get peeved. You can't, oh, I give up. Hard-headed and stiff-necked. We know that. But at least walk in the shoes and understand why. Some of our people are so blinded by their circumstance that anything else offered is off the table. It's unseen. It's unbelievable. Just like in Egypt when Moses said, look, the Most High has got y'all. He got us. They were like, bro, we can't hear that. I hear you. Yeah, I hear what you, yeah, I see your mouth talking. But them words ain't connected. A lot of our people are still in these circumstances. Psalms 31:10.
Psalm chapter 31, verse 10. For my life is spent with grief, and my years with sighing.
With what?
With sighing.
A lot of our people, their whole life has been grief-stricken. They've never seen a good day. They've never had a light shine on them. It's been grief. It's been anguish. It's been sighing. It's been groaning. Come on.
My strength faileth.
They've never been strong. Read.
Because of my iniquity, and my bones are consumed. I was a reproach among all my enemies.
Come on.
But especially among my neighbors, and a fear to my acquaintance.
Right.
That they that did see me without fled from me.
Come on.
I am forgotten.
What?
I am forgotten.
Sometimes we feel forgotten by the Most High because of what we're dealing with and what we're going through. We feel forgotten. We feel like, damn, man, I'm alone. I'm alone.
Yep.
I'm going through this by myself. Why? Because circumstances, sorrow, the noise of chains, the noise of bondage, the noise of knowing I gotta get up and I gotta bust my butt, I gotta bust my body, I gotta rattle my brain, I gotta deal with people that don't like me, I gotta deal with people that I know they got me in a certain circumstance. They know how they got there, and I know how they got there too. I gotta walk into this same bank and ask for a loan that literally built their banking system off of the slavery that they try to deny. I gotta get educated by the same people that try to act like what they did to me and my ancestors never existed. And you gotta look them dead in the face and hold a straight face and not want to spaz. Knowing what you know. Knowing the information and the knowledge and the wisdom that you've been given. You got to be able to hold it together and not lose it. Not go postal. Right? While they get to play in your face. Read on.
I am forgotten as a dead man.
Right?
Out of mind.
Out of what?
Out of mind.
Out of what?
Out of mind.
And a lot of the times we feel like we're out of the minds of the Most High. Like, he ain't really rocking with us. Just like they felt like back in Exodus. Man, it's been 50 years. The Most High, man, he ain't messing with us. How could he be when he got Pharaoh doubling the work? Ain't that what happened up until this point? Now you got to go make your own bricks. Now you got to go gather your own straw and make the brick. Well, it's the same thing we feel. How the hell can the Most High be with us when 20 years ago gas was $1? 30 years ago, gas was 80-something cents. Now it's $3, $4. And I'm just talking about something carnal, right? But how could he be with, like, because this is how some of our people think. Like, how can the Most High really be with us? How can he really exist if he's allowing all these different things to happen with these children? Epstein files and kidnappings. Bro, my phone been blowing up with Amber Alerts. Left and right. First thing, Monashah, what's that? We explain it. It's an Amber Alert. What's that? Child got kidnapped. We read him the whole description. So he getting read Amber Alerts like 3-4 times a day. And he's like, what the hell? Like, they just be taking kids like that? Yeah. Think about that circumstance where you can't even send your children out to play.
That's crazy.
Because somebody can pull into your neighborhood, gated or ungated, slide up and slide out with your kid. Think about that. To know that you could be out with your kid and somebody can try to do something weird.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Think about how many videos you see where a person walking with their kid and a woman slapped the kid in the face. You ever seen those videos where the woman went, she damn stabbed the kid in the damn eye?
Oh.
Bro, yeah, I guess I'm too plugged in. Yeah, but I learned, hey, ain't nobody walking on, if I'm walking and my kids, there's a buffer. And there's the lane for the other people to come this way. My kid is on this side. They're on this side because you're not gonna get to them. But imagine, I can't even walk down the street without being on patrol. Because why? You got crazy ass Esau that's nutty as hell, wanting to inflict damage. Then you got crazy ass Israelites, our people, drugged up, coked out, doing weird stuff. And now you gotta worry about what? Sleeper cells of Iran and all these different things.
Oh man.
Niggas shooting drones over here. So every time you see a drone, you gotta be like, oh my God, wait, what's going on here? Like Noah got a drone. I gotta tell him, don't fly that drone out. Not right now.
Hey, so
Not right now. That ain't the drone to fly, bro.
hey, when I was in Rochester in the mall, there was this lady. She was she was part of maintenance, a Judite woman, and there was these Arab women walking through the mall, you know, all ninja'd
Oh
out.
wow, yeah.
And she's over at the car talking to me because she had some kind of deal before I even pulled up. Like they give her soap on credit, or they'll sell her stuff on credit, and she just pay it back later.
Damn.
And she's talking to me like, yeah, this is what they do for me, and I was like, okay, I got it cleared, you good. And these ladies is walking up, and she's like, oh, they about to bomb us, they about to bomb us, and she was loud.
I gotta be Rochester.
It wasn't like, oh shit, they might be bombing us. She was just loud.
It's
Like,
like,
she
how,
was
it's, like,
joking.
it's like how Corey did yesterday. It's like,
Oh, what Corey do yesterday?
oh, we ain't do the same day. You can't take black folk nowhere.
They take them nowhere, huh?
Look. Amber Alert. Child abduction just popped up on the damn thing.
Oh yeah, on point.
Vehicle white, 2022 Honda. Texas plates. Child, Alina Bernendez Ocampo.
Bro, you scared me there for a minute.
2-year-old Hispanic female, last seen wearing white shirt. Suspect is Carmith Zapata
Let's see.
Bernendez. So her daddy probably kidnapped her from her mama.
Everybody, phones going off.
Yeah, but, oh, yeah. 3-4 of these a day be popping up. And these are not just family, like, that was more family related. You could tell the last names is the same. He probably took his daughter and dipped out from the mom. Right? But a lot of these be, man, our kids is out there trying to have a good time, and some weirdo just snatches them.
Yeah.
Right? So, remember, there's a lot of different things that we go through as a people, right? That builds this anguish and this sorrow. Finish that up.
I am like a broken vessel.
And we feel like the Most High ain't rocking with us, man, because of what we're going through. Because he hasn't let up, he hasn't removed the oppression, he hasn't removed the anguish, the pain, the physical torment. It's like he keeps letting it go worse and worse, and longer. Go ahead.
Verse 13. For I have heard the slander of many.
No. That's it. No, you're right. Salakia, read verse 13.
Verse 13.
Yep.
For I have heard the slander of many.
Uh-huh.
Fear was on every side,
Uh-huh.
while they took counsel together
He said,
against
I heard
me.
the slander of many. Imagine that, man. You just trying to live your life and you got to be slandered by people. They look at you in a slanderous way because you got your little fringes on. Right? Just being a black man in this America is that you get slandered. You're automatically a suspect. You're automatically guilty. Right? Being a black woman in this society, because they've painted the black woman as the epitome of the black woman is Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion. So they think that all our women are Cardi B's and Meg Thee Stallions. They think all our men are dope dealers, 21 Savage and damn Future. So there's a slander that's been put on us. We're all murderers. You got all them talking points that, what's old buddy that got his face his neck blew out?
No, Kirk.
Charlie Kirk, all them talking points that he tried to come with, acting like half the black population committed crimes, 51% of black Americans commit crime. That's crazy. It's crazy. His little skewed stats, the way he would present it, the way he skewed the numbers. He had you thinking that half the black population was out here committing murders.
Nah, and I don't think the numbers is too far off, but the
numbers were correct.
Right.
It's how he presented the numbers.
Right, because it could be little infractions or trumped up charges on our people. Because I've known brothers that didn't do nothing but got blamed for everything.
And that's why I'm saying skewed numbers, because, and I have the stats that he was going off of. I actually have the paper, right, from the FBI website. We did commit a lot of crimes, but we were also the most, like, black people in the we were the most exonerated also. Crimes. They never talk about that.
Nope.
Right? They never talk about that. But the way he spoke about black crime in America, he skewed those numbers in a slanderous way to make it look like half the black population was murderers.
Yeah, like Hillary Clinton, hyper predator.
Hyper predators, the apex predators. So they slander us, right? Our neighbors, they look at you in that way. They look at you as a criminal. Come on, man. My neighbor called the cops on Noah, all because he knocked on the door. Damn. Trying to play with the other kids. He came to the house apologizing. Yeah. Yeah, and we had to teach Noah. This is how they gonna look at you. We've been teaching him, but he gotta learn. This is how the other nations look at you. No matter how light-skinned it is, no matter how good your hair is, no matter how chubby you are, no matter how tender you look, you come a knocking, they gonna be calling. Because in their eyes, you're a monkey, a baboon, you a slave, you don't deserve to be in this neighborhood. Why are you knocking at my door? Not what are you doing, American History X? Not welcome. Yeah, let's watch the not welcome, right? You're not welcome. That's how they view us. It doesn't matter how light-skinned you are. And this is what I try to teach my sons, especially Noah. They don't care, bro. As long as you got black skin and black parents, you automatically guilty. You automatically the problem. So you got to know how to step dealing with these people. Read on.
They devised to take away my life.
They do what?
They devised to take away my life.
They do what?
Devised to
Come
take
on,
away
man.
my life.
Like, we all feel like this.
God.
Because we know that this is the truth, that the devising of the people is to remove us from the earth. It said they've taken crafty counsel against thy people to make their name no more in the earth. So we know, with all the killings that we've seen, police shootings and police brutality, when they shoot a woman in the face because she got a pot in her hand, when they kill a Sandra Bland, when they kill a Philando Castillo, when they shoot these brothers and sisters, it's because they've already devised the plan to remove them from the earth. And it's not that they picked on them, it's remove any black or Hispanic man from the earth. How the hell do you live free in that land? How can you live free in that mentality knowing that you getting pulled over by a cop can be your last moments on earth? Because you got a expired tag.
Dang.
Because you got a brake light that's out. That all you gotta do is pull to the auto zone and pop a new one in, but they gotta put the bullet in you.
It's crazy.
That it could be a mistaken identity and they could just come knocking your whole door down because you fit the description.
Or they got the wrong address.
Or they got the wrong address. Imagine living like that. Imagine the sorrow, especially when you ain't got no wisdom. When you ain't got the wisdom of the Lord, imagine how our brothers and sisters feel living in this earth without wisdom, and how they really be feeling when the cops pull up, and how they really feel when certain things happen. They're not really as tough as you think. They really be scared. They really don't know what to do, and that's why they act out. That's why they act tough. But can you imagine that day-to-day sorrow? Knowing that, man, if I get pulled over, because I don't know how to act towards a police officer, he might just blast me. Because I am ignorant, because I am foolish, this might be my last breath. Did you finish?
Yes, sir.
Next point. So, just want to highlight those things that a lot of these things is what our people go through day to day. Some of these feelings we have as people of wisdom, as people of the book. Some of us still carry these same sentiments. It's hard not to. It's hard not to. It's hard not to feel oppressed in oppression. Right? You shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Con. But there's sometimes little small moments when you're like, God damn, man, this oppressor is woo, something else. Next point. The anatomy of a closed ear. The anatomy of a closed ear. And so I want to go through and just show, like, look, you got people of the scriptures, you got David, you got different men, that they felt their oppression, they felt that anguish, right? But this is the problem. What does that anguish do? Right? What does that anguish do? Well, let's go back to Exodus 6. You're just going to read verse 9. What does that anguish do to the person that's feeling it? Go back to Exodus 6 and 9. Read it.
Exodus chapter 6, verse 9.
Uh-huh.
And Moses spake so unto the children of
So
Israel.
remember all the things that Moses spake. I will deliver you. I will remove you from this captivity. Right? I will rid you out of their bondage. I will redeem you with a stretched out arm and with great judgment. I will take you to me for a people. All these promises verbatim from the Most High. Go ahead.
But they hearkened.
But they what?
Hearkened.
But what?
Hearkened.
Come on.
Not unto Moses for anguish of spirit.
For what?
Anguish of spirit.
Right. For anguish of spirit. Go ahead.
And for cruel bondage.
And for cruel bondage. So let's deal with this anguish of spirit. Right? And that's what I want to touch on. So, you know, when you go into this word and you start to look at the context in which it's being used, damn, I didn't even grab the Hebrew word Salakia. Let me grab it real quick. I didn't even grab the word. What is it? Exodus?
6 and 9.
I didn't even grab the word. I knew I was missing something. Anguish, because of anguish. So what is this? This is this is 87115. How the hell you say that?
I'm the wrong one.
Man, the way they got this, let's see. I ain't even gonna try to pronounce that. Right? No, that's not it. It's 7.5. It's this one. I ain't gonna try to pronounce it, but it says anguish. No, it's 87115. I ain't gonna cap. Right? Anguish, shortness, independence. Yeah, I don't like the way he says it. Cause it's more of a, he got that more Babylonian tongue.
I got a good explanation for it.
For what?
Anguish,
Well, what you got?
intense physical or emotional pain, distress, agony coming from extreme sorrow.
Yeah, and that's what it is, right? It's intense emotional pain, right? So it's a mental thing coming from extreme sorrow. So it's mental, but then it can have a physical bearing on you also. And that's what we're gonna deal with. So when we look at this word, when we look at the definition, right? And I just went into the blue letter, not the blue letter, I went into, it's just Bible Hub. And then sometimes it'll give you like different outlooks of the word and the context and different overviews. So I like what they were talking about here, so that's what we're gonna use. He gonna grab it and put it in the chat. So definition and overview. It says, this word denotes a state of constriction, brevity, or insufficiency that settles upon the inner life. Rather than describing physical stature, the term exposes a spiritual condition in which the human spirit feels pressed, diminished, or impatient under oppressive circumstances. So at its core, the word really is going into being impatient. Impatient, meaning, nah, that ain't gonna happen, let me just move on and do what I've been doing. Right, there's an impatience. So that's the definition overview. Occurrence and context in Exodus 6 and 9. It says, Moses replayed this message to the Israelites, but they did not listen to him because of their broken spirit and cruel bondage. Right? Here the word is spotlighting Israel's emotional collapse after generations of slavery. So it's saying here that we collapsed emotionally, where when it was time for us to be happy in our salvation or in the promise thereof, guess what? We shrugged it off like it was nothing. Just like our people today do what? When you say, look, have faith, believe in Christ, keep the commandments. What, you waiting for a man to crack the sky?
Yeah.
No, man, you a God, you gotta save yourself. But we're not saying not to save yourself. We're not saying not to do no work. Well, no, you ain't gonna read no book. Well, okay, so what am I gonna read? Well, it ain't gonna be that book. You gotta read some other self-help book, or you gotta do this, or you gotta do that. Well, where do I get that information from? From this book? Oh,
From the universe.
Now, either way, it always goes back to some book that somebody else wrote outside the Bible.
Kind
A book can't save you, but you got to go read this book. That'd be our people, man, because they're so spiritually broken. Remember, one of the things that broke our people is church. The very Bible that we wield and yield and come from, our oppressors took that tool and misused it against our people. So they're spiritually broken against the Bible. So when you come with the Bible and they've already been burned by a preacher coming from the same book, it's hard to reach them. Why? Because they're blaming the Bible. They're blaming the tool and not the person that's holding the tool. The Bible is just the tool. Oh, that's the white man's book. Oh, that's the... It's just a book. It's just the tool. You don't blame the tool, you blame the user. You don't get mad at the hammer if a nigga trying to hit a nail in and miss it, hit his finger. You don't blame the hammer. You don't get mad at the hammer. Fix your aim. You don't get mad at the screwdriver because you went with the flathead, but it's a Phillips. And you get mad because it's not working. Blame you because you got the wrong tool. It's the same thing. So a lot of the things that we come with to try to get our people removed from their sorrows and their anguish, they're automatically blinded to what we're coming with because they see Holy Bible, KJV. Oh, you read that KJV version? Man, nah, you got to get that Septuagint. Spell it. Spell Septuagint. Huh? F-O Sachi. Fo Sachi. It's like spell Septuagint, stupid. And show me that you have the original one, dummy.
Right.
Right? Spell it. Spell Septuagint. Fo Sachi. Right? But that's our people that's like, they've been so damaged. And so, again, I made this class for everybody, but I know I'm kind of more speaking now to like leaders and teachers. You got to understand the circumstances by which the person is dealing with and where they came from, so that you don't put in their face the same very thing that they looked at or they feel like damaged them. You might have to find another workaround. Not saying we don't use the Bible, because we got to use that. The workaround is being able to get them to see that the way the Bible was used towards them was wrong. And that the Bible wasn't wrong. Just like in slavery, when they gave you 13 chapters, they gave you that slave Bible. They took out every chapter out of the canon and gave you 13 and said, look, this is all you got. Servants, obey your masters. We thought that was it. That's all they gave the people. They didn't give them anything else outside of that. 13 chapters. Think about that. Think about that. In an 80 canon book. So of course our people are going to be scarred when they just use the most potent, when the oppressor is able to use the most potent slavery scriptures to keep you in check. Of course we're going to be scarred. Of course you're going to be scarred when the pastor uses the most potent tithing scriptures.
Right.
Haggai. You're going to sit up in your seal houses, and he's going here, and he's going here, and he's making sure that you're giving, but you ain't getting. He's making sure that you're contributing, but you're going to rob God, but then when you ask for something, you ain't got it.
Okay.
So of course our people are going to be damaged. Of course, and of course they're going to blame what? The tool, and not the person holding it. Or they'll blame both.
Yeah, they blame both.
Not realizing that way, I'm not coming that same way. The way you were handled in that situation or in that church or in that organization. That's not what the scriptures say. Let me show you. Nah. They're already blinded.
They're triggered because you come in a familiar way.
Yep.
That seems like they feel like they know where you're gonna go with this because they've been through a scenario like this, but it's totally different.
Totally different. And so that noise, that sorrow that they've been through, those chains of sorrow is more noisier than any Bible verse you got for them.
Dang.
It's more noisier than any type of redemption, any type of liberation that you got for them.
Yep.
Ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. I got the truth. I know my truth. Right? It's more noisier. It makes more noise. It's more apparent in their ears. Just like Pharaoh at the time of Exodus was a bigger figure in the eyes of the people than the Most High was. Just like Trump, Benjamin Netanyahu, celebrities, drugs, clothing, Versace, money, George Washington, Ben Franklin, they're bigger figures than the Most High to some of our people today. They're more apparent, right? Now I gotta get them Benjamins, dog. That Bible, nah. I use that to roll a blunt.
Oh wow.
I gotta go get that real paper.
Some blank pages.
No, I'm gonna use the actual page. I'm rolling blunts
no.
from songs. Niggas is rolling blunts from
Oh
songs.
no.
About to take care of all my sorrows for real. How the cat tell me that? I wasn't using the blank. You would think, you be using them blank back pages? Nah, nigga,
Yeah, we have those.
I be writing songs.
I got one.
That's crazy.
I be writing songs, rolling blunts with the Bible pages. Getting rid of all my sorrows. That's how our people be moving. Because they think that that's the way. Right? So, and it's the cruel circumstances that we've been through that promotes that outlook. Right? It says, the promised deliverances sounded incredible to the ears dulled by exhaustion. A lot of our people are exhausted. They're more exhausted with this world than we are. A lot of our people that don't know the truth are more exhausted than we are. They just don't know how to get out of that exhaustion. They don't realize that we come with the keys to being able to alleviate that exhaustion. They can't see that. Why? Because when you're tired as hell, when you're exhausted, think about a hard day. When you're exhausted and your back is on fire, it's tight, you gotta rock the tens machine, cat trying to challenge you to a race.
I heard about the redemption.
Brother burns you and he think that he did something. No, he's not. But long day, man, your back is tight, your head is hurting, everything is aching, feet, everything. And this is years. And if somebody comes along, just faith, belief, this, that, Christ, the law, brother. No, I want to glory in shrimp, crab, and lobster. Why? I deserve it. I've been working hard. No, I should be able to smoke a blunt. Why? I've been busting my back.
You need to relax.
I need to relax. I should be able to get faded. I shouldn't just have to be limited in my drink. I need the 30 pack because 12 ain't gonna do it. 6 ain't gonna do it. I need 30 to put me to sleep.
That's crazy.
I gotta be delivered from my anguish nightly. So I need the whole 5th of gin, the whole 5th of rum. I can't stop at 2 shots. I get it. Yo, I'm really sitting back here like, look, I understand. I understand where our people is at. Now, do I condone? No. Do I say keep doing that? No, of course not. There has to be different ways. There are different ways. But we got to understand the perspective of what our people go through day to day, what they've been going through. Remember, some of our people have never, ever even lived a life close to any type of just safety. There's always been gunshots, drugs, pimps, hoes in their whole childhood. CPS, right? They're getting trafficked from home to home in the CPS system, which is child trafficking. It's just government issued, right? A lot of our people been through that, man. And now that's their whole existence. Of course they're gonna try to alleviate themselves. Of course they're gonna try to comfort themselves. And the comfort you coming with, it's not immediate. They're in anguish. They need something that's gonna be immediate.
What's crazy about that is that immediate comfort that they go to, it only really adds to their anguish.
That's the point. But that's the point. But because I'm so blinded by my anguish, and I keep that anguish fresh, I'll never be able to get out the spin cycle.
Con.
Right? That's why like very bad things gotta happen to our people for them to come to the Most High. They gotta get locked up. They gotta go to jail. They gotta be a death in the family. The Most High gotta literally pump their brakes for them.
They gotta hit their rock bottom.
They gotta hit rock damn bottom to understand, wait a minute, there's a better way. They gotta literally hit the bottom floor and then they could bounce up. You trying to catch them before they fall, they like, man, get your hand away, I'm trying to fall.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Remember, it says they glory in their shame.
Con.
Who glory in their shame. That's in Jude, right? Talking about going after the way of Balaam and Kyrie, Korah and Dathan. I say Kyrie. I say Kyrie Irving. Right? But it said they glory in their shame. Because they think that it's a glory to be high, to be transgender, to be homosexual, to be a robber, a killer, a pimp, a hoe. A lot of these women glory, like they got, bruh, Man, the things that our people be doing, the tattoos they be getting, right? Being strippers, they glory in that. But it's their shame, because that's what's actually adding to their anguish, right? I'm gonna keep reading. Historical setting in Israel, in bondage. Egypt's relentless labor quota, which we can read in Exodus 5, doubling the brick and going out and getting your own. It says it produced both physical depletion and spiritual compression. Because now I gotta double work. I gotta go out and look for the brick and make it. So physically, I'm doubling the work. What does that do spiritually? Well, we know in Wisdom of Solomon, it tells us that the earthly tabernacle does what?
Weigh it down on the soul.
Weigheth down the soul, that museth upon many things. Watch, go there real quick. I don't have it here, but go there real quick. Go there real quick. Wisdom of Solomon, what is it? I want to say it's Wisdom of Solomon. Let me not say it, let me just go there. Wisdom of Solomon. No, it's Wisdom of Solomon. Wisdom of Solomon 9:14.
9.
Go ahead.
Book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 9 and verse 14.
Come on.
For the thoughts of mortal men are miserable,
Come on.
and our devices are but uncertain.
And that's the point what Shadak was bringing out. The devices that we use actually add to our problems. I'm using alcohol to fix my problem, but it's now making me an alcoholic, which is now destroying my liver, which is now having me lash out to my family, which is creating more problems. But then I drink to try to suppress the problem, but then I lash out more and get sick more. Devices yet uncertain. Go ahead.
For the corruptible body presseth down the soul.
It does what?
Presseth down the soul.
Yeah, the body is already corrupt, but then when you add labor and bondage, and you beat that body to smithereens, it's gonna press down your soul. You're not gonna see a way out. Our people at this time didn't see a way out. A lot of our people today don't see a way out. And they're pressed down spiritually. Their spirit is being compressed and compressed and pressed. They're getting pressed out. You're getting stomped out like a grape. Go ahead.
The earthly tabernacle weigheth down the mind.
It does what?
Weigheth down the
And then
mind.
the mind is way down. And then when we come like, hey, brother, we got a good message. It's like, what the hell y'all so happy about? Good message. Oh, that's that old Bible.
It's not gonna pay my bills.
That ain't gonna pay, yeah, that ain't gonna, well, you're right. It's not. You gotta believe. You gotta have faith. You gotta work. You're right. Just reading it ain't gonna pay your bills. You gotta work. But see, now we work with a conscience. We do things with a conscience. Right? We still gotta work, but we don't let work beat us down to the point where we don't see no end, where we don't understand what we're working towards or for. A lot of our people just out there working for false hopes, false dreams, false goals. You're not gonna be a worker and become a millionaire. It's not happening, B.
Nah.
It's not happening, B. Work ain't designed for you to come up. It's designed to fill a spot and keep you right where you at with the other workers. 9-to-5 jobs, you're not gonna be a millionaire, so get that out your head. Pay raises ain't gonna get you there. Little 50-cent raise ain't gonna get, it's just not. It's not designed to do that. These jobs ain't designed to get you rich. They're not even designed to get you into like what they used to call a middle class situation. They're not designed for you to go out and buy a house. They're not designed for you to go out and buy the most $100,000 car, $500,000 house. They're designed for you to go get you a 1-bedroom apartment and take the bus.
Yeah, the pay raises, they don't even equate to the percentage of inflation. So like inflation goes up this much and then pay raises go up like this much. So it still keep you under where inflation's at.
So ain't it like Egypt when they doubled the production of the bricks? Didn't they inflate what they needed to happen, but kept the people down.
Come.
We're gonna inflate the price of everything, but we're gonna keep you in the same place. It's no different. Now they just give you the opportunity to go make money, but they'll just raise the price on everything. They'll raise the price, and they'll be like I got a bill in the mail the other day, my gas company. My gas company sent the bill in the mail, and they were like, yo, gas prices went up because of January and because of the price and because of the cold. They're like, if you need help paying your bill or if you need an extension, I was like, extension. Quick. I'm extending. Yo, gas bill is $30. My gas bill be, I didn't want to talk about it. $30 gas bill went into the hundreds. It's just gas. My stove is gas, and I think my water heater is gas. Bruh, hundreds. From $30 a month. $20 a month. They have to put that disclaimer in there. Bro, extension. Extend me to April. I ain't got it. They knew they had to do that. Why? Because they're inflating the numbers so badly. Who can keep up? When you got $1,000, the last freeze we had, you had people with $1,000 damn electric bills off of 3 days freeze.
That's crazy.
$1,000, $2,000, $5,000. Who can pay a $5,000 electric bill when you got a mortgage? When you got a car note? So it's not designed for you to win. It's Egypt. It's bondage. It's slavery. It's double straights.
Double straights, yep.
You got bondage on both sides. You got slavery on both sides. When you thought you was coming up here, they are pressing you here. And when you come up a little bit here, they press you down more here. I got a pay raise. Well, then guess what? You got a gas raise too. You got a pay raise, but inflation didn't catch up. It's not designed for you to win. Read where you at. And the more you think it is, the more you try to think that the more you're gonna depress yourself. That's the point. Because then now you gotta figure out a way to win. And then sometimes we figure out what? Bad ways of going about it.
Yeah.
So now you a scammer. Now you gotta slang a little, slang your pain meds on the side. You slanging the 800s.
Are you doing special modeling?
Oh, wow.
Damn. Special modeling is crazy.
Special
You
modeling.
said the feet pics?
Feet pics. You're doing.
Yo, we meet all
modeling.
these people. We meet all time. We meet chicks. Oh, they sending pics for foot fetishes. They doing all that.
You're doing private meetups.
You got women, bruh. Let me stop. I'm about to go with.
That's the anguish of spirit. That's that anguish. They got to do something strange for some change, just to make it in the society.
Yep.
They got to go hold themselves out, and then they hold themselves out long enough. They infringing on a pimp's property, a pimp's territory. So they got to join that pimp
Pimp.
because that's his block. Anyways, it goes. There's many different paths. I could talk about all these different paths because I've seen them.
Yep.
I've been in this multiverse.
Ivy said it. Laboring and struggling, and that's the thought. Why am I struggling after I'm working so damn hard? Because that's the design of the matrix for you to get the maximum work out of you and be able to give the minimum payment. They're giving you minimum wage even though you don't make minimum wage. You don't make minimum wage on paper, but you make it for real. Right? Because they know it's not equal to what you need to actually live in this society. So it's a beatdown. Dead.
And the earthly tabernacle weigheth down the mind, that museth upon many things.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You musing on ways to come up. You musing on ways to get by. You musing on ways to feed your family. You're musing on ways to do this and ways to do that. And that's a weight. The more you think about it, the less happens. That's the cold part. The more you muse, it's like the less happens. Right? And the less happens, it's, wait, how is this going to come? How is this going? It's a bad, vicious cycle that our captors have put us in. Because they ain't worried about these things. White man is worried about what kind of cognac he about to drink, what type of cigar he about to pair with his cognac, He worried about sitting in his office with all the brown wood paneling with the big ass leather chair. You know those offices, those real prestigious. He's worried about that. What lie he can perpetuate to the people. He's not worried about the common problems. He's worried about, man, what Harvard, what Ivy League school do I put my child in? Princeton or Harvard? That's what they worry about. They don't worry about what we worry about. They're not worried. How do I split this dollar in four?
In four.
How do I split this dollar to be able to get all these different things? No, charge it. American Express, Amex, black cards. They're not worried about the common problems that we worry about. So they're not going to be pressed down the way we're pressed. Drop that. I'm going to finish this. Pharaoh's double demands followed Moses' initial appeal, making the people too discouraged to believe. A lot of our people are too discouraged to believe in the Most High. They're too discouraged with their circumstance. The episode sets the stage for the plagues, demonstrating that divine redemption begins by addressing not only political oppression, but also the crushed hearts of God's people. And I think if I do a part 2, that's what I'm going to dive into, right? The redemption of God's people, the redemption of us being crushed in this society, and how the Most High crushed Egypt, and how he's going to crush modern Egypt,
Yeah.
right, in the future. Spiritual dynamics of shortness of spirit, because that word anguish, that's what it means. It means shortness of breath. When you're short of breath, and you start, what are you trying to do quickly?
Breathe.
Right, because you're impatient. You can't wait. Right? So that's what it really implies. The word anguish is a shortness of breath, an impatience because of the circumstance. If I can't breathe, I'm going to breathe impatiently to bring more oxygen to my lungs. But if I do this, what can I do to myself?
Hyperventilate.
I will hyperventilate. Hyperventilate. So in being impatient and trying to bring more airflow to my lungs, I actually do the opposite and harm myself. You see, do y'all understand how this word is working? This anguish allows you to be blinded to what's good. You do what the hell you think is good, but you're actually adding more anguish to oneself. He said it. Oh, well, like, how do our people think? Because what was their excuse when they wanted to smoke weed? Oh, well, it's good for cancer. So you cure cancer in your elbow, but then you put cancer in your lungs because of the ganja?
Right.
It's that type of thinking.
Oh, you destroy your brain?
Yeah,
Your short-term memory?
Well, why you smoke it? Well, because because smoking it activates the capillaries in there and this, and it fires the neurons over here.
Oh, but you
and
increase estrogen in your body.
And now my elbow cancer is cured, but now I got extra estrogen in the body.
Yeah, you're getting man boobs now.
Yeah. Because our people, anguish got them moving a certain way. Anguish, the impatience to wait on something good. So when a person can't breathe, you actually slow down their breathing, right? Out the nose. Or in the nose, out the mouth. In the nose, out the mouth. And you actually do what they need. The slower breathing actually gets to regulate their breathing. But trying to grab more air impatiently makes you want to damn faint. You see that? Do you understand how this is going? Right. I'm going to read this. It says, discouragement blunts receptivity to God's word. So it blunts it out. So when our people are discouraged, when they come up, you're like, hey, the Most High said, Shema Yashala, Yahweh Allah, how you know, Yahweh God, read, brother. All they hear is, or they hear,
Undistinguishable gibberish.
yeah, it's just blunted out. Just blunted noise. to a lot of our people. Why? Because of what they're going through. They're discouraged, right? It says, even a clear promise, I will redeem you with an outstretched arm, meets resistance when the heart is constricted. The mind is constricted. It's weighed down. So no promise outside the promises you make to yourself are going to work, are going to be received. Prolonged affliction can tempt believers to interpret the Most High's delays as divine absence and shrinking hope. So a lot of the times, man, when the Most High is working on his time, to the believer to me they're a non-believer, they're looking at that as an absence. The Most High ain't with me. And what does that do to one's hope if the Most High ain't with me? What is there to hope for? What is there to have faith in? That's why a lot of our people be faithless for real too. Because they feel like the Most High has abandoned them. He didn't abandon you, sis, bro. Not abandoned. He's actually trying to work with you. He just wants to see how long you'll wait on him. Right? He wants to see if you'll let the anguish guide you, or if you'll let the words that are being spoken guide you. Well, it's been too long. I've been going through this circumstance for too long. Because that's all it was. The people were going through a situation, then the Most High comes and says, I'm going to save y'all. And it's like, oh, we ain't hearing that. So the words are there. It's just that you went through some things. Don't let the things you went through discourage you from hearing the good word, the gospel.
Daniel?
Yeah.
Give me Daniel. Give me Daniel chapter 10 and verse 11. And just on that point of when Qatazap said, like, you spoke out, or you prayed, or you went to the Most High, but it didn't just happen. And you've been waiting so long in this drought or going through your affliction.
The prophecy for another time?
No.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Look at Daniel chapter 10 and verse 11. And he said unto me, O Daniel, a man greatly beloved, understand the words that I speak unto thee.
Go ahead.
And stand upright, for unto thee am I now sent. And when he had spoken this word unto me, I stood trembling.
Verse 12.
Then said he unto me, fear not, Daniel, for from the first day that thou didst set thine heart to understand.
From when?
From the first day that thou didst set thine heart to understand.
From the first day. That first day could have been years ago. That first day could have been months ago. That first day could have been weeks ago. It's all on the Most High's timing. But he said from the first day that you set your mind to this, from the first day that you gave yourself to the understanding, from the first day that you came to me earnestly, I heard you. Go ahead.
And to chasten thyself before thy God.
Sacrifice, to give up, to set yourself apart. Read.
Thy words were heard.
What was heard?
Thy words were heard.
Most High hears us. That's why even in the Exodus, it said he heard the groaning of the children of Israel. It didn't say, well, because Moses was so righteous, I want to save Moses' people. No, he said he heard the nation. From the first day. Think about that. And how long were we in Egypt? How long are we here in America? He heard us from day one. Most High is listening. Just because the deliverance is not coming on our schedule or our timing, doesn't mean it's not coming.
Yeah, I think there's one in Jeremiah where it talks about how the prophecy is given now, but it's for the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, like everything don't work on our time. I believe it's in Jeremiah. You done?
Did you finish that?
Loud.
Go ahead.
And I came for thy words.
Yeah. Anyways, he came to deliver the answer to the prayers. But that's all I wanted.
So, real quick, let's try to breeze through this. So, the next point, what the condition of anguish causes us to do. What anguish causes us to do. What anguish causes us to do. What's that?
Don't move.
We gonna get there, yeah. Well, watch. When you say don't move, what you mean?
Just stay where you're at. Don't try to evade yourself.
Well, that's what we should do in certain aspects. But watch, let's get through it. I got a few points, right? Anguish causes us to complain. Go to Job. Job 10 and 1. Anguish causes us to complain or speak bitterly.
Okay.
Read that real quick. Job 10 and 1.
Look at Job chapter 10 and verse 1.
Uh-huh.
My soul is weary of my life.
Come on.
I will leave my complaint upon myself.
Go ahead. I will do what?
I will leave my complaint upon myself.
Go ahead.
I will speak in the bitterness of my soul.
You do what?
I will speak in the bitterness of my
You
soul.
start to get bitter because of anguish, because of the circumstance. Go to Job 7 and verse 11.
Okay.
Read.
Look at Job chapter 7 verse 11. Therefore I will not refrain my mouth.
Come on.
I will speak in the anguish of my
See
spirit.
that? He said, I'm not going to refrain my mouth. I'm going to speak in my anguish of my spirit. My spirit is anguish. It's causing me to complain, to speak out. Go ahead.
I will complain in the bitterness of my soul.
Right. So bitterness causes us to complain. Or anguish causes us to complain. What else does it do? Anguish causes apathy towards survival, meaning I don't want to do the things to go on, to move on. I don't want to do the things to get by. Go to Psalms 102. Anguish causes apathy towards survival. Psalms 102 and verse 3.
Psalm chapter 102, verse 3.
Somebody else get Job 3:24. Go ahead.
For my days are consumed like smoke,
Uh-huh.
and my bones are burned as a heart.
Well, at the heat. Go ahead. A hearth. Go ahead. You're right.
My heart is smitten
Come on.
and withered like grass,
Come on.
so that I forget to eat my bread.
I forget to what?
Eat my bread.
Forget to eat. Forget to eat bread, man. You so, our people be so anguished. Sometimes we get so anguished, man. You so consumed with the day. You're like, man, I've been eating nothing all day. I'm just losing weight out here. I'm losing nourishment. I'm turning into a machine, but not for a good purpose. Go ahead.
Verse 5. By reason of the voice of my groaning, my bones cleave to my skin.
Yeah, I'm starting to get skinny. Starting to get sucked in. I'm starting to get emaciated. Why? Because my groanings, man. The things I'm going through. Job 3:24.
Job chapter 3 verse 24. For my sighing cometh before I eat, and my roarings are poured out like the
See
water.
that? He said, my sighing cometh before I eat. Before I even eat, I'm sighing. I'm waking up. Again. Other day. This again. Before you even put bread to your mouth, before you even set up a prayer, before you get any nourishment of the word,
That's what the curses say.
before you get any physical nourishment, you sighing. Because that's what anguish does. That's what that beat down of spirit does to our people. They wake it up bitter. They speaking bitter. They sighing, they moaning, they groaning. Last one, anguish does what? It makes us seek the grave. Some of our people is like, I don't want to be here. Suicides. I don't want to be here. Pop a bunch of pills. OD. I don't want to be here. They run. They do things, whatever. Job 3:20.
Come. Job chapter 3 verse 20.
Uh-huh.
Wherefore is life given to him that is in misery, and life unto the bitter in soul.
Yeah, it's like they don't even look at life as worth living. I'm not worthy of the life. Why would light be given to me if that's in bitterness of soul? Why would I be able to get that light? Go ahead.
Which rejoice exceedingly and are glad when they can find the grave.
Damn. See that? He said the rejoicing is to find the grave, man. This is how some of our people think. This is what they're operating in. Right? Go ahead.
Why is light given to a man whose way is hid? And whom?
Most High ain't dealing with me anyway, so why should I look for anything good? My way is hid. I might as well just end it all. Come on.
And whom God has hedged in.
Where verse you at?
I just finished 23.
Right. So, we cannot, this is the last point. We cannot allow our circumstances to dictate what we hear, what we do, and how we receive the word of the Most High. Our circumstances are going to be there. Through much tribulation, you shall enter into the kingdom of heaven. There's going to be trials, there's going to be tribulation, there's going to be anguish, there's going to be sorrow, there's going to be death, there's going to be destruction. All these different things are going to be there, but you can't let them drag you to the point where you lose faith and you lose hope and you lose belief. Bills are going to be there. If you ain't got it, they got to just wait. That's it. If I ain't got it, y'all just gonna have to wait, homie. Get with y'all in a few weeks when I get it. Right? But I'm not gonna lose myself over bills. I'm not gonna lose. Hey, you don't want to hear this word? Hey, Lord be with you. Grace and mercy to you. Grace and peace. I hope the Most High have mercy, and hopefully we'll see you when you're ready to receive. But I'm not gonna fight with nobody to get the Bible. Hell nah. Hey, you don't want to hear what we got to say on a certain situation? Just in logic and wisdom? I can't fight you in your life. Do you? But I'm not going to get caught up in your anguish and in your sorrow trying to help you. It's not, like, that don't work. Right? So it's about being able to compartmentalize the things that we know we got to go through. We got to go through tribulation. That's just part of life. And you got to get over that part. Shh. Psalms 130 and verse 1. So how do we deal with it? Psalms 130 and verse 1. The circumstances. What do we do in these circumstances of anguish? Trials, tribulation, feeling beat down, feeling like the Most High ain't listening, feeling like the Most High ain't with you. Well, let's see what our forefathers did. Read.
Psalms 130, verse 1.
Somebody else get Psalms 38 and 9. Go ahead.
Out of the depths have I cried unto thee, O Lord.
Have I did what?
Cried unto thee, O Lord.
Yeah, he said, out of the depths have I cried unto you. He didn't stop crying because it got hard. Read.
Lord, hear my voice.
Read.
Let thine ears be attentive to the voice of my supplication.
That's all you can do is just ask the Most High to hear you. Hear your prayers, hear your cries. Psalms 38 and 8.
Psalms chapter 38 and verse 8.
Go ahead.
I am feeble.
Come on.
And sore broken.
Come on.
I have roared.
He said, I have what?
I have roared.
I have roared. I'm crying out. Come on.
By reason of this disquietness of my heart.
Come on.
Lord, all my desires is before thee.
You just got to give it to the Most High. You just got to pray on it. You just got to have faith. You got to just literally let the Most High know your desire. Go ahead.
And my groaning is not hid from thee.
Go to 1 Samuel 10 and verse 1 Samuel 1 and verse 10. Ow. Now, okay, we're gonna skip. No, read verse 10.
Samuel, the book of Samuel, chapter 1, verse 10.
Come on.
And she was in bitterness of soul.
Right? This is talking about Hannah, Samuel's mother. Before she conceived Samuel, she had an issue with conceiving. And so it made her bitter. Why? Because of what she had to go through in her circumstance. Right? And so at a feast, what did she do? Did she end it all? Did she lose it? Did she jump off the top of the building? Like, what did she do? It said she was in bitterness of soul. Come on.
And prayed unto the Lord.
Come on.
And wept sore.
Come on.
And she vowed a vow.
She did what?
Vowed a vow.
So she took it to the law. She prayed. She kept it righteous. And she just vowed a vow to the Lord, man. She put it in the Lord's hands. That's it. You give me this, I'll do this. But it was really, I'll do this if you give me this. I'll give my son if you give me one. Give me a son and you got him. Go ahead.
And said, O Lord of hosts, if thou wilt indeed look on the affliction.
Look on the what?
Look on the affliction.
This is why the Most High was now with the people of Exodus. Because he looked on our affliction, but because we cried out. Even now, the Most High is not turning a blind eye to our affliction. He's not turning a blind eye to your individual afflictions. Because we all have our nationwide affliction, then we all have our individual personal affliction. He's not turning a blind eye. He just wants you to do the thing you know you should be doing. Commit to something. That's what a vow, that's all a vow is a commitment. He wants you to commit to something righteous. Commit to something good, and he'll work. He'll work double time for you. Go ahead.
Look on the affliction of thy handmaid, and remember me, and not forget thy handmaid.
Come on.
But will give unto thy handmaid a man child. Then I will give him unto the Lord all the days of his life, and there shall no razor come upon his head.
Right. Let's go to Luke 22 and 39. You could always read down in that if you don't know that story. Everybody here should. But let's go to Luke 22 and verse 39. Read that.
Luke chapter 22, verse 39.
Go ahead.
And he came out and went as he was wont to the
Mount of Olives.
Mount of Olives, and his disciples also followed him.
Go ahead.
And when he was at the place, he said unto them, pray that ye enter not into temptation.
Right. So he said, he got to the Mount of Olives. He said, hey, I need y'all to pray. He wasn't like making a statement to them. He was telling them, pray so that you don't enter into temptation. Go ahead.
And he was withdrawn from them about a stone's cast, and kneeled down and prayed,
Go ahead.
saying, Father, if thou be willing, remove this cup from me.
Right, because this is now where what? You know, he's going to be taken for the sacrifice. Go ahead.
Nevertheless, not my will,
Right.
but thine be done. And there appeared an angel unto him from heaven, strengthening him, and being in agony.
So he prayed going through this circumstance and he was strengthened. And that's one of the main points. We forget that we got to set up prayers so that we can receive that spiritual strength. You're not going to get a physical boost, but you're going to get a spiritual boost, which is going to in turn boost you physically. It's going to remove those physical blinders and those earplugs from you so that you can hear the good in front of you, so you can receive the promise. Go ahead.
And being in agony, he prayed more
Wait,
earnestly.
he was in what?
And being in agony, he prayed more earnestly.
He gave up. Read again.
And being in agony, he prayed more earnestly.
He gave up.
And being in agony, he prayed more earnestly.
He complained bitterly.
And being in agony, he prayed more earnestly.
See, he said he prayed more earnestly through his agonies. Go ahead.
And his sweat was as it were great drops of blood
To the point of blood. Read.
falling down to the ground. And when he rose up from prayer
Come on.
and was come to his disciples, he found them sleeping for sorrow.
What were they doing?
Sleeping for sorrow.
And that's the contrast. They fell asleep because of the sorrow. And sometimes that happens to us, but the lesson here is in that agony, when you're going through that agony, through that pain, through those sorrows, through that anguish, you gotta pray, man. You gotta believe in the Most High. You're not gonna be able to sleep it away. That's the thing. You're not gonna be able to sleep it away. You're not gonna be able to complain it away. You're not gonna be able to get mad. You're not gonna be able to just take yourself out. That doesn't get rid of it. That doesn't get you through it. It said for sorrow, the disciples, they just like, man, we too tired. Physically, they were beat down. Going right back to what? The people of Exodus. They were so physically and mentally beat, they couldn't even hear the good words. These men that rode with Christ, even they got so physically and mentally beat down because of sorrow. They couldn't even. Go ahead.
Verse 46. And said unto them, why sleep ye?
Why sleep ye? Go ahead.
Rise and pray, lest ye enter into temptation.
Any questions? That's it. I told you I was gonna finish at 9. I know how to cut corners. Any questions? So what's the moral of the story? What's the moral of the story? The moral of the story is,
What's the point of the lecture?
sorrow don't make you, sorrow doesn't make you sad, it makes you heavy. Right? Anguish doesn't make you sad, it makes you heavy. It makes you forget the thing you're supposed to do to muddle through that quicksand. Sorrow is like quicksand. Right? And when you're sinking, that's all you can see is that you're sinking. Right? And so we got to remember the spiritual things that we're supposed to do when we're in sorrow, anguish, and these different distresses. We got to make sure we're praying for each other. We got to make sure that you're praying for yourself, asking the Father to alleviate these different things. So,
Yes, Lord.
any questions on that before we end?
Thank you. That's all I can say, is thank you.
Right there, out. No problem. No problem, brother. Good seeing you too. Probably not. It's all good. All right, so thank y'all for joining us. With that, we're going to say shalom.
Shalom.